Hey everybody. So, time for the dang prediction of my jackets. Took me long enough, but better Nate than Lever, as they say. So, I'm going to go through the Georgia Tech schedule here and predict our record for this year for 2025. Um, we start out with Colorado, and obviously that's in a couple days. Um, Colorado, I think, is a lot of flash and hype and not much substance. I think that they are, obviously they've lost, Shador Sanders and Travis Hunter, and I will admit they were better last year than I thought they'd be, but it's really a clown show at Colorado. Like there's just so many humiliating things that they get up to that is just like there's things that they do that are like, for example, firing their coordinator and then completely abandoning the run game so that they can pad Shador Sanders passing yards. It's like crap like that. It's just like Deion Sanders is a selfish coach, and they're a ridiculous program. And I don't really think that I don't think we're gonna lose them. I'm gonna go ahead and pick us to beat them. We're a better program, a better team, better coach, better players. Um, we should beat Colorado, even if it is in Boulder. Um, I just don't really see us losing to them. They are they're gonna struggle without their star guys from last year. I think that Dion really put a lot of stock into them. Not much cared about recruiting, and I don't think that I'm just not scared at all of Colorado. Um, I just think that they're a lot of smoke. So we'll see. I mean, we'll see. That's I'm kind of writing some checks here. So hopefully my Jackets can cash them. But I think we're going to be the more physical team. The past few years we've been really physical and aggressive, lines of scrimmage, stuff like that. Deion Sanders he's built the roof before he's built the foundation at Colorado. Like he is not worried about a freaking lines of scrimmage or run game or whatever it is. Um, so their offensive line has been terrible. No run game to speak of. It's just not. I'm not scared of them at all. You know they're missing the players now of what made that work last year. I'm frankly shocked it did, but I am writing a lot of checks here with my mouth. See, my Jackets can back it up this Friday, but I think we take a freaking win against Colorado. I don't think it'll be. I don't know. Everybody's picking us to win. Everybody's picking us to win. We're favored. We are. It's going to be the first game of the year, which we've been playing really well in our season openers in the past few years. Haynes King is going to be 100%. We're going to be healthy. Brent Key said this is the healthiest we've been coming out of fall camp ever. I think Colorado's cooked, to be honest. Now, I don't think I'm gonna. I mean, I'm not saying it's going to be a blowout or anything like that. We don't really let teams out. We're not. We're not quite there yet. We're in the win small phase of the rebuild, but I do think it'll be enough to take down Colorado. I think they're going to be worse than they were last year. We're going to be better. I think that equals a win. So. Moving on, the next week we have Gardner Webb. Come on, that's an FCS team. We can't beat them. We got to choose. Not worried about them at all. What I'm focused on here is Clemson coming into town. I will be at this game. So anybody who wants to come see me and my buddy Pigskin Pete and Rec Talk are going to be there. Pigskin Pete, I do an ACC show with him every Tuesday night on his channel. It's called Pigskin Pete. You should come check it out if you haven't already. We talk about the ACC every Tuesday night from 7 to 9. And he's going to come to the game with us. And I'm super excited. It's a noon game, which sucks. It would really, really be cool if it was a night game. freaking we're gonna have all our games at like noon or 1 or whatever this year. It really grinds my gears, but it is what it is. We got to play them at noon. Still, though, we beat Miami at noon last year. I was boohooing and humbugging over that, and we pulled it out at freaking noon against Miami. So, as far as Clemson, I think that this could be the best Clemson team since the Trevor Lawrence years. Not a terribly high bar because the DJ doo-doo teams were really pretty bad. And then, Cade Klubnik has kind of been, not really playing up to his potential. He's been good, but, he's not been elite, I wouldn't say, in his first couple of years. But I feel like they're really starting to put it together. They were looking, better towards the end of the year last year, and they got a strong team coming in, and if this was a DJU coach or led team, I would totally be all over the Jackets here. If it was even last year's Clemson team or the year before, with Cade Klubnik's first 2 years, might have been on us. But geez, man, I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to go a loss here with Clemson. I don't know. They beat us 9 freaking times in a row. I just think they're out of our league right now. I think that they're just too good. I don't know. It's not out of the realm of possibility. There's not a single team on the schedule we can't beat. It's been like that for a couple of years. Obviously, we get a huge upset. It's not impossible for us to win. The line probably won't be huge. It'll probably be maybe a little over a touchdown or something. So definitely not like unachievable. I don't know. It's really hard for me to pick. But we do play amazing as underdogs, and I honestly really do think we can win, but I'm gonna have to go with a loss there. It's tough, but it is what it is. That game is important though. Like we could really use that game for a win for the ACC because having obviously starting out undefeated in ACC play would be great, and then also. Not only that, but having the tiebreaker over Clemson, which will be one of the best teams in the conference, would also be, huge to have. But I don't know. I'm feeling like it's a loss. I just feel like they're a little bit out of reach right now for us. But could always win that game and prove me wrong. I sure hope they do. So next will be Temple, easy win. Look, we can't lose against a group of 5 teams. I don't think we'll be doing that anymore. Hope we beat them extra hard because this is where Jeff Collins came from. This place cursed us with him. So, I don't know. Definitely going to beat them. Next is our first, not our first, but besides Clemson, our first ACC game. Kind of a normal caliber opponent. Well, really, I think Wake Forest will be the worst ACC team that we play all year. They are, they have a new coach. I don't know. They're in rough shape. I think they're going to be really bad. I think this is going to be an easy win. It's at Wake Forest. I don't think that matters. I really don't. I don't think that. I just don't know. We went up there the last time we went up there and beat them. That was still when they have Dave Clawson. Now they're worse off, I feel like. We're just further along than them. Just a better team, I think. Better players, whatnot. So, moving on to Virginia Tech. So, if you'll notice here, we have a gauntlet of ACC games from Virginia Tech to Pitt. We get a bye week. Then we have Virginia Tech to Pitt, just straight ACC games. And this is really tough. This is really tough to pick losses. I think we lose at least one of these ACC games. The Jackets are going to have to show me something this year before I'm ready to jump in. People are saying crazy stuff like 10, 11 wins. Like I think that's a little bit pushing it. Like or a lot pushing it really. Like the Jackets have shown to not be able to beat freaking teams that they should. You know what I mean? We really have a problem being consistent week to week. At least we have in the past couple of years. I do think this is the best team Brent Key will have. I think that we've come a long way from where we were. I do believe we'll be more consistent, but I just can't help but feel like somebody in this stretch is gonna pop up and get us. So it really, really could be any one of these guys. It could be Virginia Tech, Duke, Syracuse, NC State, Boston College, or Pitt. So you want to sit here and argue, oh, this team is beating you, whatever, whatever. I think we lose to at least one of them if we play to the best. Hell, probably two. I mean, I don't know. I'm choosing to believe in the Jackets here. I'm choosing to believe in the Jackets and what we can put on the field this year because it's Haynes King's senior year. We're very healthy right now. We have a very solid backup for Haynes King. I know he's had injury issues. He hasn't had a full healthy season in his entire playing career. So I am anticipating him to be out at some point, and it's usually during this middle of the year, like ACC type games. But the difference is this year is that we have Aaron Philo, and he has won games for us before. They can play. They can do the hokey pokey, the quarterback hokey pokey. They can jump in and out and in and out, and it works. It just works. We're well coached in that regard, and Aaron Philo comes in with nerves of steel and has no freaking problem playing. So I do have faith in him. Last year when we played Virginia Tech, Haynes King was out, and we had to rely on Pyron, and he didn't do a good job. He was bad. But Aaron Philo has stepped in the NC State game and played really, really well and won us that game. So I full on believe, and the Miami game, got to give him credit. So I full on believe in Aaron Philo. Obviously, if Haynes King's healthy, all the better. He's an incredible quarterback. We have incredible talent. Jamal Haynes, our receiving core is looking great. I really, really believe in the Jackets this year. So I'm going to pick us to win a majority of these, but one of them's going to get us. I can almost guarantee it. So that being said, I don't think it will be Virginia Tech. I think we get a win here. We lost to them last year. We get them at home, though, this time, and I think we can get ourselves a little bit of redemption. We're going to have a week to rest up. Now, I will say in the past few years we haven't played good after a bye week. It's been rough. But I do think that we can. I do think we will be able to pull this one out. It'd be really good to beat Virginia Tech because we're kind of on a similar trajectory as them as far as we're both rebuilding and stuff. They hired their coach about the same time as ours. I'd really like to see us get a win over them. Hard to predict these freaking middle-of-the-road ACC games, so. But we get them at home. I give us the edge in that game. Could easily lose it. Virginia Tech's kind of had our number the past few times. We've only beat them once in the past 5 or so games that we played them, so it's rough. Next is Duke. One of the best teams in the conference, I think, is going to be Duke this year. This will be a huge game competing for the ACC. It's hard for me to pick a loss against Duke. It really is because we freaking own them. We own Duke bad, right? I think that even no matter how good Duke is or how bad we are, we own them. But I got to pick a loss somewhere. Duke is a popular game here to pick. Because they're going to be good. We got to go to Duke. And obviously, we own them, so they're going to be pissed off wanting to get a win over us finally. And, hell, I think they do. I think we probably drop one to Duke here. Like I said, could go either way, really. Any of these games could. But, I feel like, we've won 3 games in a row at this point. We're feeling ourselves. And we got to go on the road. I don't know. We do play well on the road. Under Brent Key, who knows? Like I said, these ACC games are pretty much impossible to predict. But my shot in the dark here is Duke. It's the best of this stretch. So from Wake Forest to Pitt, Duke is the best team in this part of the schedule. I think Duke is I think they're going to be one of the best teams in the conference. They are just solid. So. The well-coached team, and I think they probably defend their home here very well against us. So Then we come back against Syracuse. I think we get a revenge win here against Syracuse at home. I don't think they'll be as good as they were last year. Fran Clown, obviously, we're going to be looking to stick one to him. He's a total clown. He caused a beef last year for no real reason, finding reasons to be mad over press conference, like coach speak. Like, come on, dude. Colorado's doing the same thing. It's these soft freaking pussy coaches that just get mad over anything. Like, it's ridiculous. So, yeah, we're totally going to whoop Frank Brown's ass. It's going to be great. I can't wait. They're not going to be that good this year, I don't think, and we're going to really get our revenge on them. So that's what I think. NC State, we get them at home. Let's see. We beat them last year with a backup quarterback. I don't think they're going to be that good this year. Dave Doran is he's been not great lately, and I mean, he's been pretty mid his entire coaching career. He's had a couple good teams, like every so often they'll pop up and win 8 or 9 games. Will that be this year? I'm not so sure. I've got us beating NC State at home. We play well at home. Oh yeah. I forgot to mention this about the Syracuse game. It's on homecoming. We always play our freaking pants off at homecoming. We always play lights out. But yeah, NC State, we beat them last year. I don't know. I don't really see any reason why we should lose to NC State. I think we're going to be better than them, and we're just in a better spot than them. So, all right. And then we get a bye week, and we get Boston College at Boston College. So here's the thing. We play bad after bye weeks, and Boston College has our number. And I would really love to beat Boston College, but they beat us like the past 3 times that we played them. It's ridiculous. I don't know. But they're also kind of a physical team. Like this could be a real physical game, and I don't know. I got us losing to Boston College. Like I said, it could be any of these teams, but whatever reason, like 2 years ago, we lost to them. It was my birthday. I threw the chips in the tree. I got in a lot of trouble. That was the whole thing. I don't know. I would really love to get these bastards back for what they did to me in that chip game. But we just play awful against them, and we play awful after bye week. So that's kind of why I landed on this as a loss. It's at Boston College too. I don't know. And this is kind of part, if you look at my trend up until now, it's kind of like, we win some, you lose some, you win some, you lose some. That's kind of how Georgia Tech's pattern has been. Like, you get a little too comfortable, you slip up, take a loss. That's kind of what I feel like. What will happen this year. I really don't think we can take this whole stretch of ACC games and go undefeated in it. I think we drop at least one of them. So I landed on Duke and Boston College. Really could be anyone, but that's what I chose. And then I've got us beating Pitt at home the next week. Not really scared of Pitt anymore. They haven't been great in the past couple years. They had this inexplicable fall off. They went 7-0 and then lost out or something crazy like that recently. I don't know. Pat Narduzzi's kind of like Dave Doran. They both are so mid, and I just don't know. The NC State, they're similar to NC State. They'll pop up and have a good year every now and then. But I don't know. I'm not really scared of them. We get them at home, second to last game of the year. I think we can handle business against Pitt. But of course, look, trying to pick ACC games is I might as well blindfold myself and throw darts at the wall. So you want to argue, flip any of these games, whatever. I think we win one or at least two, or lose at least one or two of them in this stretch. So you could make an argument for anyone. This is what I landed on, though. Which brings us to Georgia at the end of the year, and I can look you dead in the eyes and say with all certainty and honesty, we are beating Georgia this year. No freaking trolling, no screwing around. We're winning. We're winning against Georgia. Georgia fans, I don't know. They don't seem scared of us. I don't think they're smart enough to be scared of us. I don't think they realize what's going on. But ever since Brent Key took over, he's played Georgia 3 times, and it's been closer and closer each time. It's been a linear progression. We lose by whatever 14 the first game, then by 8, then freaking we take them to 8 overtimes. Like we're gonna cross the hump and win this time. It's going to be a win against Georgia this year. I really am not scared of Georgia at all. In fact, I think they're going to be not like besides us, like they're not going to be as good as they have been. Gunnar Stockton's a shitty quarterback. He sucks. He doesn't know what he's doing. Complete downgrade from Carson Beck. I mean, I know Carson Beck was hard to look at, but a lot of the time his stats weren't. I'm sure he's going to go to Miami and have a high-flying freaking good time. And you're going to be stuck with Gunnar Stockton. He sucks. So I don't think Georgia's going to really be any good. They'll probably win like 8 games or something. And we're going to be better than them. We're going to be 9-3 this year. That's what I got us at. So let me know what you think. I can say with all certainty we're freaking beating Georgia. I'll tell you that much. But as far as this ACC gauntlet, that's some real teams right there. So I might drop a few against them. That's where I got us. Let me know what you think. I'm high on my Jackets this year. I'm buying into the freaking hype too. I think we're gonna have a great year. I think that I just think we're gonna put it all together. It's Haynes King legacy season. It's all gonna come together in this third year, and we're gonna put together a really really good year. So stoked on our progress. Like I never thought we'd be here, a couple years ago under Jeff Collins, but we've come a long, long way. So very excited about this season. Y'all let me know what you think our record will be. Go Jackets, and I will see y'all Friday against Colorado. Yeah, come on.